Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception. He wants to keep the hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 71 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Cowboys at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
This defense for the Bears, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down. Cottrell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Out of the gun, Fields. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now Montgomery running right, dances by him. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. A good pickup there of 22. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 27,
Fields
being chased out left. Gets around him, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Holding offense.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Chicago. Dante Pettis, 33 yards.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From his own end zone, Fields
forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming. So that challenge, a successful one.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He stiff arms him. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Marr now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11. First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that, giving a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz,
now a give running left with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
From the 50, here's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Cottrell.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Right back to him on first down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Prescott on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6.
To the air again, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And again, it's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Escaping the pressure right.
offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Back to throw, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
To throw, Prescott. And that's complete to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
So now Fields and the Bears down 28-21. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing on second and long. Fields dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Here's Fields.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's fourth and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Throwing here, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jalen Tolbert with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd just to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Dallas,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.